Hi, this is AJ. Welcome to episode 139 of Here's What I Watched. In this episode, I want to talk about the Steve Martin and Michael Caine movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which was directed by Frank Oz. I love this movie. I've seen it many, many times, and I wouldn't necessarily say that Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is Frank Oz's best film, but it's definitely the one that made me laugh the hardest. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend the movie. And what the movie's about? Well, it's set in the French Riviera and it's about two very different con artists who both prey on wealthy women, one being very suave and sophisticated with years of experience, and the other is a brash, overconfident newcomer who's trying to prove himself. And of course, the more experienced con artist doesn't like having this new guy hanging around scaring away potential marks, so they don't exactly see eye to eye. And to settle things, they agree on a bet. The first of them to extract $50,000 from a specific mark, a very young, seemingly naive American woman who just arrived in town, will be the winner, and the loser will be forced to leave the Riviera for good. So all sorts of wacky hijinks ensue as these two guys try to one-up each other, each in their own way. There's some very funny physical comedy and character-driven humor, and some fantastic lines that everyone in the movie, even the butler, delivers wonderfully. Frank Oz is probably mainly known for being the voice of Yoda, but he's also a very good director. A part of the reason he wanted to direct Dirty Rotten Scoundrels in the first place was he wanted to prove himself as a director. He wanted to show that he could work with actors, not just puppets. And boy, did he ever prove himself. This has got to be one of the best comedy films of all time. And yeah, it's technically a remake of a mostly forgettable Marlon Brando movie called Bedtime Story, but Frank Oz's version is so well put together that when they tried to remake it again later with the gender swapped movie The Hustle, I couldn't even get through that. That was such a step down in quality from this movie that I just couldn't stomach it. All due respect to the people who made that movie. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is the perfect blend of sophistication and silliness, and is probably the best version of this movie that's ever going to be made.